Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Patrick and I am a creator on YouTube. As I say at the beginning of all my videos, I'm a husband, a dad, a human, and a creator living in New York City. And on this channel, we talk about all of it. And I wanted just to do a quick live stream because I need to create a thumbnail and a title for a video. And this is something that so many people either don't know how to do, get confused by, or they don't know how important it is. Let me give one example. When I would create videos for YouTube when I was just starting out, I tried to be like the Casey Neistat of title writers. I'm going to open up this seltzer here. Hopefully the gulping isn't too loud. Oh, that is good. Spindrift, not sponsored. Anyway, I would try to title my videos like, "You won't believe what happened." And I had like 15 subscribers. No one cared what happened in my videos. I couldn't do all that clickbaity stuff because I didn't have an audience yet. And a lot of times we think on YouTube that we are trying to get to create titles and thumbnails that make people click on our videos. That's true, but what's more true is we are trying to get YouTube to see our titles and have the YouTube algorithm send our video out to people. If YouTube isn't showing our video to anybody, no one's going to click on it. And if we finally get titles right so that it is sent out to the right people, then we also have to get the thumbnail right so that the video looks really clickable and interesting to anyone who might be interested in that topic. So as I go through making a title and a thumbnail for a video I'm currently editing, hopefully this information will be helpful for you. And this isn't going to be one of my polished videos. This is going to be, we're live streaming here, so we're just going to be a little bit more casual. And if anybody out there watching wants to ask a question, by all means feel free. I want to just pull up my YouTube account real quick just to make sure that, oh my gosh, I actually have a comment from one of my previous live streams up here. I actually want to pull up my YouTube studio just to make sure this is all coming through real quick and that you guys can hear my audio okay. And if you can't, you guys can just go ahead and tell me at any time. And I will fix whatever problems we are having. Okay, got the live control room here. I should be live, right? Yeah, okay, let me just hear it. All right, good. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and get started by showing you, let's start with the video that I'm actually creating a thumbnail for. It's this video right down here. Oh, Rebel, what's up, man? This is Declan, my son. He is a great YouTuber he's almost at 200 subscribers. So I've put his comment here. Find his channel, click subscribe. Declan, you're doing a great job on YouTube, and I'm gonna be home pretty soon to have dinner with you guys. I got to spend the afternoon with my kids and my family, and my wife and I this morning. It's Saturday, we went out and got some donuts together. It's been a really cool day with the fam. And now I get to spend some time with my YouTube fam. So, hey Declan, what's up, bud? Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and show you the video I'm working on. So I'm gonna pop open Final Cut Pro here. And let me just show you my screen so you can see what I'm working on. Now, this project is not done yet. There's still a couple like funny, silly little bleeps and bloops that I want to put in here, but it's close. It's a pretty good video, and I'm just going through essentially how to create a content creation studio for YouTube or for podcasting or for whatever you might want to create. A lot of people watch these videos of these YouTube studios or podcast studios where thousands of dollars have been spent. And that's great if that's in your budget, but it's not in mine. So essentially the whole point of this video is I want to show people that they can create a studio for creating their content that is super low cost. And the studio you're looking at right now, besides the camera, I have, I'm using, normally, not this mic here, I'm using a $100 mic that sits right above my head here. I'm using a $100 light here and a $100 light back there and shooting with my iPhone. That creation studio costs 300 bucks. Totally doable. And it looks like this. 50 bucks? Stick with the iPhone or whatever camera's already. Okay, so if you're looking for a great looking image that comes across real well and sounds really good, here it is right here. anybody can do that. So I want to show people through this video that they can put together a content creation studio without breaking the bank. So what I do first is I start by working on my title. And here's how I do that. So I'm going to open up my web browser, which you guys should be able to see there. Let me just minimize Final Cut Pro so that's out of the way. And I'm just going to hop over to YouTube. And when doing research on videos like this, I'll tend to do a quick search like creator. Well, first I'm going to spell it right. Creator Studio. Okay, Creator Studio, Facebook. Okay, now we are all talking about, these are all apps. Okay, what about if I type in YouTube Studio? Okay, YouTube Studio Setup, YouTube Studio App, DIY Studio. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to search for essentially the topic that I'm discussing. So DIY Studio Backdrop, Monitor Stand, Setup. Okay, so I'm starting to get an idea for what people are searching for just by simply using the YouTube search bar. Because remember, YouTube is a search engine. Everybody thinks it's this, well, YouTube is whatever you want it to be, but it's not just an entertainment app. It's a search engine, and people are looking for answers to questions. So when I am trying to create a title, again, I'm not trying to create like a, you'll never believe what I just built. Because people are going to go, I don't know who you are, I don't care about what you're building. I'm looking for how to make a creator studio. I want to make a title that speaks to people, that answers people's questions, excuse me, speaks to what they want to do on YouTube or whatever topic I'm discussing. So before I click on one other thing to show you how I create my title, let me just hop back over to Ecamm. I see a couple of other comments came in, so just real quick. Let's talk about you, not me. You're monetized. That's right. I am monetized. I'm on a monetized YouTube channel. Thanks for the encouragement, Declan. You're right. I am monetized. Love you, bro. Okay. If any questions, if anybody's watching, if there's any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. Let me hop back over to YouTube here. Now, I pay for a service. And by the way, this is so hard to get past a lot of the time. But as a YouTuber, as a content creator, sometimes it is actually, a lot of times it's beneficial for you to pay for services to help you create. And one of the services I pay for is called TubeBuddy, okay? And you'll see I've linked it up with my YouTube account. It's right here. I click, and TubeBuddy has all these different tools that help you out. And one of these tools is a keyword explorer. Now, for me, this is worth the price of admission. When I launch the Keyword Explorer. Oh, I need to turn off, I need to turn on focus here so I don't see any notifications come through. When I launch the Keyword Explorer, here's where I start to type in titles like YouTube Studio Setup. Yeah, let me click there. And what it's going to do is it's going to look at overall how well this title will perform. So when I type in YouTube Studio Setup, kind of a vague title, and it says it'll perform fair. Try clicking a keyword in the related panel to find a better score. Okay, cool. So right down here, related searches. YouTube Studio Setup at home. Let me click there. Very good. What if I type in cheap YouTube Studio Setup? Because remember, I'm trying to speak to making a cost-effective YouTube studio. Once again, very good. What if I type in $300 YouTube Studio Setup? Excellent. So I've gotten really specific here. And using TubeBuddy, which I don't actually remember TubeBuddy cost. TubeBuddy pricing. I want to show you this because for 1 year, let's see here, at $11.99 a month, let's see, what do I get? Select. Oh, it's gonna, okay, so just you do the math, 12 times 12, you know, like 144 bucks a month. I get the ability for TubeBuddy to search all of YouTube and say, hey, this title that you're creating, $300 YouTube Studio Setup, is going to do well. So let me go ahead. Now remember, I can always change my title after the fact, but for now, since I found a title that really, really works for me, that's the title I'm going to use. So now that I know that, what I tend to do is I keep a running document of a lot of my YouTube videos. Let me actually just show it to you here. If I go to my content calendar, there's nothing secret in here that's going to blow your mind, but essentially I have all of my YouTube ideas right here. All of the titles for, if it's a TikTok video, a YouTube video, anything, it goes right here. When I finally decide what the title is going to officially be, I put it in the title column. So my idea was, let's see here. I actually don't think I actually even started this, so let's do this together. YouTube, I'm going to type in cheap YouTube setup. The title I've actually decided to go with is $300 YouTube studio setup. Okay, cool. And since this is, it's not a part of a series, okay, right? Status over here, right now, it's something that I have filmed, okay? And notes over here, if I need to add any notes in, I can do that here. Sometimes I associate a Google Doc with my videos that I'm making if I have a script in there or something like that, whatever. But for now, I've taken the title that I've created and I've put it into the title cell of this content creation calendar that I have. So now I won't forget that. It's there. I can move away from it. Now, finding a title usually takes me less than 15 minutes. And very rarely do I change it. I don't get that deep into the analytics of my videos. But when I find one that sticks, that you know, TubeBuddy is telling me is going to do pretty well, their best guess, I stay with it. So let's stay with that title. Let's move on to now making a thumbnail, okay? So let's go over here, and instead of looking at our content calendar, let's hop over here to Canva. Now, Canva is a service you've probably heard of. Spindrift break. Next time, I'm going to mute my mic when I do that. Let me mute. Unmuted. Oh, because I don't want you guys to hear me drink. That's weird. Okay, so here I am in Canva. Now, to be clear, Canva is a free service, but Canva is one of those services, much like TubeBuddy, that I would suggest paying for right out of the gate as a YouTuber. Once you're creating consistent videos, going ahead and actually paying for Canva will help you in the long run, because essentially it allows you to make all sorts of designs. Now, just because it does a lot of the work for you does not mean it is going to make you a great graphic designer. It's just not going to. As a matter of fact, I've created tons of bad stuff with Canva, but it does give you the ability, it kind of gives you like some head starts. Let me show you what I mean. Now, again, Canva is a free service, but I use a paid version of Canva because it unlocks some things for me that I really, really need. So let me go. Sorry about that. Let me go back to my screen here. So I'm going to create a design. Now, before I create a design, I can just search in this search bar. Like, for instance, they've got presentation, infographic, Instagram story. When I select any one of these things, it just has all this pre-formatted stuff that I can use. Watch this. If I type in YouTube banner, channel logo, live stream video, YouTube profile picture, YouTube thumbnail. So I'm going to go to YouTube thumbnail and then look at all these that are already available. So I'm talking about a cheap YouTube studio, right? So let me just scroll through here. Intense muscle workout, no. Let's go with, here, boom. I click there, and I type, double click here, cheap YouTube studio. Done. Easy. My thumbnail is created, but I want to get a little bit more customized, but you can take all of this and move it. You can, put in something different. You can change the background colors to be blue, or you can do all sorts of things. These templates are absolutely great, but what if we wanted to customize just a little bit further? Well, first of all, Canva has a couple of tools that are really going to help you with this. So I'm actually going to go back home. I'm actually going to delete that design that I just created because it's not good and it's not what we want. Let me go ahead and go back to create design. Now I'm going to go to presentation, okay? It's going to give me just a blank, widescreen 16:9 presentation. I can go over here to templates and once again search for, YouTube or something like that and see, what pops up. Like for instance, this, thank you for watching, kind of like an end card kind of a thing. Oh, I really like that. I think it's cool. Or let's see here. The basics of vlogging, all sorts of stuff. So you still have those templates even when you start from scratch. But I want to get a little bit more from scratch for you guys. So what I normally do is I go to the background, and one thing I always do is I use the same background for every single one of my templates. Now there's a reason why I do that, and it's because I want my thumbnail, I use the same background for all my thumbnails. I want my thumbnails to be really recognizable. So let me show you what I mean. If I go to YouTube Studio here, and I look at my content, and I start to scroll through, look, almost every single video has that blue background, meaning that when people come onto YouTube and YouTube is feeding them videos and they maybe have seen one of my videos, another one pops up, same exact background, that same exact kind of feel. Another one pops up, they always know when they're looking at one of my videos. Now maybe that's a good thing because they like my content, but if they don't like my content, maybe it's a bad thing. It keeps them from clicking on it. But my content is recognizable. That's what I'm trying to focus on here. Okay, so if I scroll, as a matter of fact, all the way back for about, I started doing this in kind of consistently January 6th of 20. Oh, so this year. So for a whole year almost, I've been making sure my content is pretty consistent. Okay, cool. So I go to this untitled design. You'll also notice that a lot of the content features me in the photo. So here's me talking about using a teleprompter. Discard changes, yes. I see me. No. I see me shrugging about the AirPods, whatever. So a lot of these feature me. And one of the beautiful things with Canva is you can upload photos to it. I can simply do that by dragging and dropping. And all of my uploads show up here in this little upload area. And you'll see just a lot of like me looking at the camera like this, or, all sorts of stuff. So I want to find one that really works. Here, let's see. I don't have a ton. Oh. Looking back on some of these, it makes me laugh at some of the stuff I've done. Just for now, I'm going to go ahead and pick this photo here. So I click on this photo and it's me, just like this nice, bright face. Let me just double check that there's not any other photos that I would want to use. Oh my gosh, it just makes me laugh seeing all this stuff that me and some of my friends that use this Canva account have done. All right, great. So since I've decided to use this photo, I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit Image. And one thing I love about Canva is you can just select Remove the Background. And it thinks for a while. It thought for a long while. And now I have this photo of me right here. Now, what I want to do is, am I shrugging or what am I doing there? Undo that. Okay, so I've got this photo of me here. That's going to be kind of like the subject. So you see me, a recognizable face if you're familiar with my channel. As a matter of fact, you know what? I know I already used this for my last video. I'm making a change, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and dump in this photo because it's just so good. It literally is this background. Well, not purple, but blue. And I'm gonna do the same exact thing. Remove background. You know, because I'm talking about building a studio and you see all this gear in my hands. I just think that's helpful. My only problem that I'm wondering about is when I remove the background, oh, it kept the microphones and stuff in there. Yes, it's exactly what I wanted. Great. Now, this background remover is not perfect, and I'm noticing one quick thing that I want to fix. Notice if I zoom in on my project here, it kind of removed the connection between this pole and this microphone. So I can click on this restore button. Here, I can click, oh, wait. No. Okay, I made a mistake. Let me do this again. Let me remove that, drag and drop that in, edit image, let me remove the background once again, okay? And what I wanna do is I wanna go in and restore part of this photo. So I'm gonna zoom in real quick here. Let me make this window a little bit bigger. Zoom in and restore. And I wanna make the restore tool pretty small. See how that circle is getting smaller and larger? Where is, okay, so there's that little pole that connects the microphone to the arm there. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to erase and I'm just gonna get rid of all the stuff around. Now listen, I want to remind you, I am not a photo editor. If you asked me to do that in Photoshop or whatever, I would be lost. Now, obviously, this doesn't look perfect, but I'm still gonna click done because the image is going to be small enough that it doesn't matter, okay? So I've made the image small. I've put it down in the corner. Actually, let me put it over here in this corner, since it kind of looks like the microphone is coming out of the side there. I'm gonna crop this down a little bit. And great. That to me looks like the beginnings of a good looking thumbnail, if I do say so myself. So I'm talking about creating a cheap YouTube studio. You've got me in the corner talking about like holding gear. I think that's really helpful. And remember, I want my title to be a little bit different than my thumbnail. I don't need the thumbnail title to be like whatever's in big bold letters, the billboard, if you will, to be the same as the actual title of my video. So I begin to think on if I'm scrolling through YouTube and I'm trying to put together, and I'm trying to find the answers to a question I'm asking, or the one answer to a question I'm asking, and I'm like, where am I gonna click? If I was scrolling through YouTube, what video would I click on if I was looking for basically how to build this studio that I have around me right now, which I really, really like? I would probably, let's think here, I would probably want something like, I would want to say, I built a studio, I built a YouTube studio for $200. What's going to answer that question? Maybe our title and our thumbnail like headline will be very, very similar. Yeah, let's start playing around with that. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna just throw in some text. Now, when we go to text here, there are a bunch of like pre-made, good-looking text packages that you can choose from. I very rarely see these updated, and I'm not in love with them. One other thing that I like to do is to go back up here to templates and to kind of see what kind of things they've thrown into these templates, like, you know, if there's like a font, you know, that people have made that I really, really like. And I'm not seeing anything I really love. Ooh, fun learning. That's cool. That would be cool for another one, for another project. Yeah, I'm not seeing a ton of stuff I really love. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and, well, I did search YouTube here. Let me get out of here and just look at some of these templates just to see. Okay, I'm not seeing anything I love, but if you did scroll through some of these, you could find some templates that you like. I'm just going to go to text, and we're going to get very, very like DIY here. I'm just going to add a heading. Click, and there it is. Now, obviously, this is just Brandon Grotesque black text. My $300 YouTube studio setup. Now, I like this title. I think it is just vague enough for people to go, I want to see what he's talking about. So I'm going to make this text, well, first of all, spell YouTube correctly, not your tube. Oh my gosh, Patrick, what are you doing? I'm also going to justify this to the right. Let's make this as big as we can. Yeah. Oh, there we go. And let's throw this right on the top here. I'm going to change the font. Let me go change the font. There's this one font I really have come to like. I think it's, yeah, Big Shoulders Display. I don't know, whatever. Oh, am I on the, yeah, I'm okay. I like to put titles in white a lot of the time. And let's see here. And then sometimes I like to click on these text effects, like making it neon. I don't like that. I kind of like just the plain white text above. Let's see here. Maybe I want to go to effects. Maybe add like a drop to it. Is there a drop or a shadow? Yeah. Nah, I don't like that. But you know what I do? I do want to do that to my photo here. I am going to go to my edit the image here and add in drop. Yeah. Click it again and I can change some of the settings. Like how much do I want that offset to be? Change the blur a little bit. Yeah, that gives my image a little bit like of a depth of field here. Oh no! Sometimes when you edit an image like this happens. It gets like really, really weird and wonky and kind of changes some of its dimensions. Remember, you're not in full control here. Canva's doing a lot of the work, so it requires us to be a little patient with Canva every now and again, and that's okay. All right, so let me just click on the image again. Let me go back to edit image. Let me go to shadows. Let me click on drop. And I'm just going to let whatever settings it pick. Yeah, okay, I like that. My $300 YouTube studio setup. Okay, a couple other things here. Sometimes I like to go over to the Elements tab. And if I'm talking about a specific app like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, I will search for those different brands and their logo will pop up right here. So it's really clear that this is like a YouTube like tutorial video. So people that have gone to YouTube and searched for YouTube Studio setup or something, instead of coming across a bunch of videos where they see like my cooking video setup or something like that, they clearly see the YouTube label, the YouTube logo on my video, and they're like, oh, okay, maybe I'm gonna click there, okay? Cool. My $300 YouTube studio setup. So this is great. I actually like this. There are some small tweaks I would make to this, but since this is a live stream, I don't want to take all of our time just making those small tweaks right in front of you. But long story short, this is kind of what I do whenever I'm getting close to finish with a video or I'm done with a video. And just real quick, right away, I go to YouTube. Oh, sorry. I go over here to in Chrome. I click on my YouTube. My TubeBuddy icon, because this is installed right into Chrome here, oh, I need to sign in. Okay, so I'll do it this way. I'll just go to YouTube. I'll click on the icon for TubeBuddy, I'll go to the Keyword Explorer, lots of other tools in TubeBuddy. This is the one I use the most. And I start typing away, like find what title works for me. Then again, I have my content creator calendar, and I have like the idea, like cheapo. I typed in cheapo YouTube Studio. I didn't mean to. Cheap YouTube Studio. And then I find that title through TubeBuddy, the $300 YouTube Studio setup. And whoop, I just typed that right into the official title. I've already filmed this, so I go to the status here and select filmed. It's not fully edited yet, so I'm not ready to move it to the edited selection there. And then I go to Canva and I begin creating a thumbnail that I think I would click on if I was scrolling through YouTube. Obviously, some more tweaks I need to make oh my gosh, I've been on my camera here this entire time. So sorry, everybody. Let me go back to my screen. And so obviously there are some small edits that I would make to this this thumbnail here, but I like it. So let me go ahead and add like a title for this. And actually, I'll just do $300 YouTube Studio setup. Boom, done. And when I'm ready to share it, I click on share. And I download, and I actually download as a JPEG because YouTube likes JPEGs the best to then upload as a thumbnail. And one thing I do is every single YouTube project I have is in its own little folder. So when I'm working on a YouTube video, a lot of times I just keep it on my desktop. And here it is. I actually put $250 Content Creator Studio when I began this project. And I will save my thumbnail from YouTube right into this folder here. So let me go ahead and download it. And there's a reason why I keep all of my project info, like, okay, that doesn't look half bad. Right here, I don't like that there's like a little glow behind me right there. I might come back and fix that. But for now, it's fine. So there's a reason why I keep all of my YouTube project stuff inside of one folder, because then it makes moving that project and all of its content somewhere else way, way easy. So if I need to take this and put it on a solid state drive to edit from a little bit later on because I'm running out of space on my computer or something like that, I can totally do that. So right here I have my thumbnail for my YouTube video. Oh my gosh, I'm yawning, how rude, I'm sorry. I have it right here to be uploaded whenever I need it. So that's kind of how I move through titles and how I create titles and find the right title and create thumbnails for my YouTube videos. I'm not using any type of fancy software, just a couple different subscriptions, TubeBuddy and Canva. And if you have any questions about that, as always, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me by visiting iampatrickmurphy.com. iampatrickmurphy.com. I'd love to talk to you there. And I hope to see you in another live stream or two down the road. This is something that I've been doing more and more of recently because I think it would be something that I would find helpful as a new or struggling or growing YouTuber. And if it's helpful to anybody else, that brings me great joy. Have a wonderful evening. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope it was helpful. And if you have any questions about your titles or any questions about thumbnails or anything YouTube related, feel free to let me know in the comments or reach out to me at iampatrickmurphy.com. Have a good day.